everyone. Thank you all for coming. It's a great pleasure to have you all here today. Good morning to Finance and Central Bank deputies, representatives from invited countries, international organizations, all the delegates, and most especially the Brazilian teams who have relentlessly worked to make this G20 full of concrete deliveries. It's a pleasure to have you here in Brazil. I believe this is a great way to start the Brazilian G20 presidency, and especially the finance track meetings. We are very happy to be sharing with you and our Minister of Finance the role to lead the finance track during this year. The G20 is a unique forum where countries that are so different with respect to political structures, advancement stage, wealth distribution, and culture and traditions all come together, each one with equal importance to the other at this table, to find global solutions for problems that affect us all. I commend your engagement in keeping this forum effective and relevant. The Forum of Ministers of Finance and Central Bank Governors is at the origins of the G20, and we have achieved successful progress in our agenda. But we still see many challenges ahead of us. One of these challenges is related to the increasing and central role of technology that has been taken on the financial system lately. Technology stands as one of the most powerful instruments in designing the financial system of the future. It's the most powerful for democratizing financial inclusion. In Brazil, technological evolution has been one of the greatest allies of the central bank to ensure a more efficient financial system and to promote digital and financial inclusion. I want to talk a little bit about the elements of our strategic agenda and how they related to some of our priorities proposed for the financial track. At the Central Bank of Brazil, we have been actively pursuing its financial innovation, known as the Agenda BC Hash. Over recent years, our focus has been on implementing projects aimed at enacting structural reforms within the financial systems. These projects encompass four main blocks. First one is PIX, our instant payment. The second one is the Open Finance Initiative. The third one is the modernization of foreign exchange legislation. And the fourth is the development of DREX, our central bank digital currency. We have also another two blocks that will come after, one related to artificial intelligence, and the second one related to monetization of data. These initiatives contribute to our objectives to make the Brazilian financial system more efficient, competitive, modern, and inclusive. Moreover, they also contribute for democratizing financial services through integration of cutting-edge technology. In my talk, I will focus on the three parts more related to the digital innovation. Starting with PIX, which was based on a strategic vision, the central bank started implementing it in November 2020. Has not only increased the competition within the Brazilian payment sector, but also met the demand for at least cost-effective and secure payment options. Most importantly, PIX played a pivotal role in the financial inclusion of millions of Brazilians, with 71.5 million new people now actively using electronic transfers. Besides that, the wider access to digital payments has been associated with a decrease in informal employment. Currently, there are 144 million individuals users and over 30 million corporate users. The number of monthly transactions conducted by nearly 800 participant institutions has already exceeded 4 billion. We now have achieved almost one transaction per capita per day. That's more than one per bancarized person. All these results demonstrate the profound society impact of PIX success in terms of financial inclusion, efficiency, the emergence of innovative business solutions. Looking ahead, PIX has the potential to enable integration with international instant payments, facilitating cross-border transactions such as remittance of goods and services. PIX was born programmable so as to interact with the other blocks in a bigger project. Talking about the second block, Open Finance, which was another fundamental element in our effort to construct the financial system of the future. The scope has shared information that encompasses a wide array of financial data, including exchange rates, accreditation services, investment insurance, pension funds, and capitalization. The implementation of Open Finance represents a crucial step in broadening the horizons and possibilities for innovative solutions in the provision of financial products and services. The expansion is posed to usher a new era of integration, personalization, and accessibility, redefining the way individuals interact with the financial landscape. We also think we are going into this stage in which we're going to start to have marketplaces where the population, the society can actually interact in a more integrated way. The fourth block is DREX, which is our more recent project. It's the Brazilian CBDC. The focus here is on increasing efficiency and access to financial services. It complements PIX payment use cases and it is aligned with the ongoing Open Finance initiative. DREX is currently in a test phase, particularly focused on privacy measures, which is scheduled to continue until May 2024. Should all privacy requirements mandated by the Brazilian data protection law be met by then, the subsequent phases will incorporate additional assets and products for public testing by the end of 2024 and beginning of 2025. The upcoming months and years, this innovation process will bring together our core projects, PIX, Open Finance, the currency internationalization, and DREX, which, although initially separate, will be increasingly integrated. The strategic alignment will culminate with the development of a new interoperable system with all our initiatives interconnected in a single way. Going a little bit into our G20 agenda, that's why we're here. As you can see, digital innovations are at the core of many of the actions in our strategic agenda. And they are also an important part of the proposed priorities for the G20 financial track, as you discussed yesterday. It's good to know that there was a broad encouragement for the works proposed on the assessment of financial stability implication of the tokenization of assets, DeFi, space, and artificial intelligence. There is also support regarding the work on potential future implications of a tokenized environment and what does this mean in the context of money and assets. This is linked to the cross-border payment agenda, for which we believe it's pivotal to continue working on the implementation of the roadmap. Besides, we are very enthusiastic to contribute to the development of a framework of governance and oversight for interlinking arrangements of cross-border payment system. Today, the session dedicated to the International Financial Architecture Working Group, there will be discussions related to the cross-border payments. You will discuss the proposal to assess macro-financial implications in the International Monetary and Financial Architecture of the cross-border integration of fast payments system or CBDC initiative. Turning to the Financial Inclusion Program, I want to highlight that this is also an important pillar in the strategic agenda of the Central Bank. Our numbers show how successful we have been in improving the access to financial services. Nevertheless, we do believe that the relevant efforts should be employed to focus beyond access and use of financial services. We should also work on improving the quality of financial inclusion and promoting greater levels of financial well-being. We are glad to know that there was a broad support for the membership on that proposal. I know you also discussed yesterday the proposals for sustainable finance and framework working groups. I will not get to the details of that, but I'm sure that there will be important contributions for central banks in this agenda as well. I just want to thank you all for the feedback received so far on what we have proposed. I want to finish by thanking the efforts of all the delegations that are putting the work together, listening to each other's opinion, structurally building constant on commitments and solutions that pave the way to ultimately improve lives and livelihoods, especially for the less privileged. I also thank the teams from the Central Bank of Brazil and the Ministry of Finance for all the effort and engagement in preparing the proposed priorities brought to the finance track. I wish you a fruitful day of discussions today, and that you have a very productive and effective year during the Brazilian G20 presidency. Thank you.
Thank you, Roberto. We will take a few minutes just to rearrange